Today, I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of my Ujam strings project. And I'm not just saying that weird. There's actually 4 or 5 I's in the name of the plugin. So it's like strings or something. Anyway, it was recorded at Zimmer's studio, who just happens to be one of the founders along with Pharrell. So it's kind of like kind of heavy hitters on the team here. I play violin and I love to play violin and I love symphonic sounds. So when I spoke with Ujam about potentially doing this project, I was super excited because it was right up my alley. And even though I love to play violin and I love to record strings, when they're already recorded for you in a format where you could just like press a key down or a button down and something magical pops out, it's just kind of awesome. So I'll let you be the judge of that, but I want to play a little bit of my song and then I'll show you how I created it. There you have it. So I would love to show you a little bit more about how I created this. So every single sound that you heard was with strings, and literally all I did was play a few notes and there was all these different articulations and stuff. So let me find a good one, maybe like this one here. So you can see I'm just like literally holding down one pad and it's creating all these different articulations. So if you go into the plugin, see there's all these different styles. So like right now we're in syncopated down. But then if you want to do 3 2/3 and a Vivaldi sounding, which I love Vivaldi, Four Seasons and all that. And then there's dramatic stuff. There's so many things, epic things. And with Colegno, which I love, which is like when you play with the back of the bow. I always thought it was so cool in orchestra when there was a Colegno section because it was like very rare, but very cool. Friendly stuff. Let's see what this sounds like. It's very friendly. Sustain. And so everything is in the same key, right? So if you look here, you can change the key to another key. So you can see the chord pops up right here, C diminished, F minor. You can go to E. So whatever key you want to get into, it's there for you. Let's try regular sustain, see what that sounds like. Let's go back to epic. Let's see what this one is. Right, that sounds really rockin'. So down here, there's these different phrases. So if I press a lower C, it'll change the phrase. And then if I move up to the next D, it changes the phrasing. And you can go up to So it just kind of increases in intensity as I go up along the keys there. So super duper cool. So you could literally be holding down one note. And just keep going up the scale, and you got different phrasings there, as well as the different styles over here. There's all different kinds of effects as well. So with the high strings up here, there's this character effect. So there's all different kinds of stuff that you can put on to make it sound like strings or not like strings, or just like weird, and used with electronic music. So like the comb. And of course, all this stuff can be mapped to your controller. So if I open up this thing right here, I'm just going to move the character effect so I know which one it is, and then go into MIDI map mode. And then I'm just going to move my knob here on my MIDI fighter, and then so you can record all of this stuff as well. There's a motion effects, which I love. There's all these different like tremolos and like gates and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and map that one to another knob, to another knob, and do them both at once. Anyway, so there's like tons of different presets here for the motion effects, as well as the character effects for both the high strings and the low strings. So you can separate the low strings over here and got the same different types of effects as well. So maybe we'll do a tube on the low strings. And I'm going to go ahead and map this one here. Boom, boom, boom. And now, so there's a problem because the crossfade is on high, so we're not hearing the low strings right now. So if I move this down to the middle, we're going to hear both. Now you can hear that tube. And then if I want to just hear the low strings, you know, and then if I want to put like a motion thing on these, the low strings as well, I'm going to do that. Low motion effects, boom, boom, boom. And then let's see. It's got this like filter gate thing, which is super cool. So yeah, so you got the high strings, you got the low strings, you've got this EQ and decay, which is just exactly what you think it is. And so you can, you know, focus on the highs or the lows here. And then this is really, really cool. This middle section, there's all these different kinds of like crazy different sounding effects, and it just is a global effect. So let's see what this one sounds like. So cool. Let's try another one. Super cool for like electronic music stuff. Right, and then there's this highlighter. So it's kind of like a DJ style, like filter sweep. And then there's, of course, reverb. You can't have strings without reverb, so you can have like dark hall reverb. All that kind of stuff. And there's tons of presets in here as well. So if you just come up here, you know, just can change to, you know, something else. You know, there's just so many. That sounds sick. Some sounding like just like really classical, and then others sounding like, you know, electronic-y and kind of weird. So there's just so much that you can do with this. And I, again, use this plugin, this instrument. Let's see how many instances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 instances of it in this song that I created. So yeah, I'm really proud of it. And I hope you get a chance to check it out and check out Strings as well as all the other Ujam products because they're really cool. And like Pharrell and Hans Zimmer are like the best. So if they're behind it, then it's got to be good. So hope you enjoy. Peace.